Okay students, so now modulus function, which is very important. Okay, so what is modulus function? So modulus function, it is denoted by this symbol. Okay, first thing, this is the symbol of modulus function. Okay, now see what is this. Modulus function means, modulus means it's a distance. You can say magnitude only. Okay, only length. Okay, and you know length is always positive, distance is always positive, we used to take, right? So here modulus function means, I told you it's a distance, so distance should be always positive, right? So fx is equal to modulus of x. When I write in this way, okay, I will give you some example. You can see, if I write modulus of -2 or modulus of 2, suppose x is 2, suppose. Okay, if x is 2, what will be y? Okay, let me write here first x. Now when your x is equal to 2, what will be your y? What will be your fx? Fx will be modulus of 2, and this will be, output will be 2 only. Okay, its output will be 2, means always positive. Whatever is there, x whatever it is, whether negative value or positive value, output will always be positive. Whatever value you have here, it will come out as a positive value only. Okay, so if it is modulus of 3 given to you, then its output will be 3, positive value. Okay, if it is -3, then also it will be 3, only positive value will come. Okay, if it is -2.5, then also it will be positive plus 2.5. okay, that's why I have written here modulus function means it's nothing but always positive. Its output, your outcome will always be positive value. Whatever is your x, if it is negative also, then also it will be positive. If it is positive, then output will be positive. Okay, so in general way I can write this one like this also, fx equal to modulus of x, which I can write equal to x when, if x is greater than 0. Okay, greater than or equal to 0 means what? If I take x 0 here, then output will be what? 0 only, right? If x I will take 1, then output will be what? 1 only. If I will take 2, what will be the output of 2? Positive value only, right? Modulus function, what it will do? Whatever value you will have here, it will give you the output as positive value only. Okay, if it is negative value, then also positive. If it is positive, then same positive number will come out. Okay, so this modulus function, its work is to make this x always positive. That's it. Okay, so x, if I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever I will take, then same value will come out, right? X only will come out. X, if it is 1, then this also will be 1. If it is 2, then this also will be 2. If it is 3, this also will be 3. Okay, so when your x is positive, output will be same. Okay, so when your x is greater than equal to 0, then output will be x only. But if it is less than 0, means minus, x is suppose -1, then what will be your output? Will it be x? Obviously no, because if you have x equal to -1, if you take here, what output you will get? -1. Output you will get +1. This was your x, right? Now output is not your x, output is opposite sign, right? So what I have to write here? So see here, in terms of x, how I will write. If this is your x, that is negative number, okay, then your output will be opposite sign, that is minus of x. Now you see, if I take here -1, what it will be? It will become positive value. -1 is equal to how much? +1. Can you see how I can define this function in this way also? So this one, it will be -x. Why we have put minus here? So that as a whole this will become positive value, because we know that output of this one will always be positive. So this function we have written in a different format also. So this one you can write like this also, which implies here only you can write down fx equal to x if x is greater than equal to 0. You know why I have written this one, right? If you take x equal to 0 or greater than 0, then whatever value you will take here, okay, same value will come out. Okay, but if you take x less than 0, then same value will not come. If you take less than 0 means what? -1 if you take x, then -1 will not be your output. Okay, if it is -1, x is your -1, then output will be +1, means opposite sign of x, right? Your output is, so opposite sign, how you will balance? By putting minus here. Okay, so see here, if it is -1, this, it will become what? This x itself is -1, so minus minus will become plus. Can you see? It will become again plus, so output will always be positive. Okay, so this is graph I have drawn here. So see here, when you draw graph of modulus function, now see x, whatever you take, whether positive or negative value, y, what you will get? Always positive. I told you, right? This always will be positive, so y will be always positive. Can you see? It will never come, your graph will never come downside, your y will never be negative, your fx will never be negative, so obviously you will get obviously always upside like this. Okay, so if you take x2, your y also will be 2. If your x is 3, y also will be 3. If your x is 4, y also will be 4. Now if your x is -2, your y will be 2. Okay, fx will be 2, positive number only, right? You won't get this. If x is -3, your y will be 3, positive number. If x is -3, output will be what? Y. This is your y, right? Y will be 3, positive number. That's why your graph will always be upside here. Okay, and it will be a straight line. Clear? So if I ask you here, what is your domain and range? So when you draw graph for this arrow diagram, I mean, okay, now I didn't mention, right, x what to take, so it will be set of real number. From set of real number we will take. Okay, and y also, what will be the output totally? We didn't say it, right? We didn't say that y should be from this set or that set, so this also we will take from set of real number only. Okay, now see here, x I can take anything here, 1, 1.2, 1.3, anything I can take, right? If I take x equal to 1.1, what will be the output here? Y will be 1.1 only, right? So if I take 0x, what will be a y? 0 only. If I take 1, what will be a y? 1 only. This is the image. Okay, this is y, this is x. If I take 2, this will be 2. Okay, if I take 1.1, then the image will be 1.1. Now can you have such image? If I take x1, can you have 1 as image and another image? Obviously no. If you take 1 here, output will be only 1. Okay, means your y value also will only 1, means image for all element image you will get only 1. Okay, so if you take negative number, that is -1, then what will be the image? 1. Now see, this element is also having one image. -2, 2, -3, 3, like this. So 1 minus 2, this numbers are there. So you can see all this element will have image, right? If I take -2.2, what will be the output? 2.2. 2.2 will be there, right, in this set. So this also will have image. So you can see all this element will be your domain. So if I ask you what is the domain of this one, domain will be set of real number. All will be your domain. Okay, all element will have image, so all will be your domain. Now if I ask you what is your range, range is what? All the image, right? Collection of image. So image will be what? From 0 to infinity, but negative numbers will not be your image. Okay, image means what? Y value only, right? Y value, will you get negative here? Obviously no. Y value will never get negative, it will be only positive. So range will be what? Positive real number. So positive real number we can write like this also, R real number, then we used to put positive sign here. So this means only positive real number. So range will be positive real number. And in the question they will ask this kind of question only, like they will give you this kind of function and they will ask find domain and range. So that will be more clear when I will discuss some example. Okay, that I will show you. First just try to understand what is the definition. Okay, so definition basic is what? Function, this modulus function is nothing but this function, that is this output of this one, means always be positive number. It will never give you negative number. Okay, so if your x is 2, it will be 2, same output. If it is 3, same output. If it is positive number, means if it is x is positive number, same it will be, it will give same output. But if it is negative number, it will give opposite sign output. That is, if it is -2, it will give 2, positive number. Okay, So x, I can take any number from the real number, it will have image, and the image will always be positive number. So I have written like this, positive x. Okay, so what you will write here, modulus function you can write from the textbook also. Okay, definition is given. Now try to understand from here, okay, whatever I have explained. So you can write this one, and in bracket you can write always positive value. You can write like this, equal to always positive value. Okay, or instead of writing value you can write always positive x. Positive x you have to take, positive of x. Okay, next definition, which is very important. So this is very important. Okay, try to understand this definition carefully. We will deal with question related to this modulus function. Okay, so next is your signum function. Now what is signum function? So see here, signum function is something like this. Fx is equal to 1, 0, minus 1, means its output is always 1, 0 and minus 1. Means fx is equal to 1, means your y is equal to 1 whenever x is greater than 0. Greater than 0 means what? Those number which is bigger than 0. Bigger than 0 means it does not mean it will start from 1 or 2 or like that. Okay, it will start just after 0, whatever number is there, which is not possible to write down. I told you, after 0 what is the next number? Can you tell? It's not possible. Why? Because if you say it is 0.000001, then I will say 0.000001 is also there after 0. So it's impossible to find out exactly what is the number after 0. Okay, but try to understand whatever is there after 0, if you take those value, okay, greater than that, whatever 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, x, whatever you take, y will be always 1. Okay, means if I draw arrow diagram for this, x you take 1, 2, or this values also. Okay, greater than 0, whatever you take x, you can see image will be always, okay, I have written it wrong. This will be positive. Okay, this will be minus here, this is plus. Always will give you plus 1. Okay, why? Then if it is 0, x is 0, your image will be always 0. You can say x equal to 0, y will be 0. This is your y or fx. Okay, this is your x. So x, if you take negative number, x less than 0, then your y will be always minus 1. Always minus 1 means image will be only minus. Now see here, if I ask you what is domain here, domain will be set of real number. You can see all elements is having image, and how many image it is having? Minus 1, how many image? Only 1. Minus 1 is the image of this. Minus 2, minus 1 only image. Minus 3, 1 image. All element will have exactly 1 image. Okay, so set of real number. This also having image, this all element also will have image. Okay, set of real number. Next, if I ask you what is the range here, now range will be what? Minus 1, 0 and 1 only. This y value, that is minus 1, 0 and 1 will be your range. Only 3 elements will be there in the range. Okay, but if I ask what is codomain, codomain will be set of real number. This is your codomain. Okay, so if you haven't studied well what is codomain, range, then you go back and listen all those explanation. Okay, because when I started this definition, I told you these things you need to understand carefully, because you will need in the later topic. Okay, whatever upcoming topics are there, you will need all these definitions. So you need to make sure that these are clear. Okay, these definitions. So this is your range. Range is always image, right? Here only 3 images are there, 1, 0 and minus 1. So in signum function, remember in this function only 3 image will be there always, whatever x you will take. Okay, if you take x greater than 0, your image will be 1. If you take x equal to 0, your image will be 0. If you take x less than 0, your image will be minus 1. Okay, now I know that you are finding these things weird, right? Different types of math we are discussing. So this is for the first time you are doing, so you might think that this is little tough, right? Okay, but try to understand little bit right now. When we will do problem based on this, things will become more clear. Okay, so you need to practice more for that. Okay, I will teach you how to do it, problems and all, and how these functions are used there. Okay, these functions you will need in class 12 also. Okay, so remember, signum function only 3 image, 1, 0 and -1. Okay, whatever x you will take, x greater than 0 it will be 1, x equal to 0 0, x less than 0 it will be always negative number, -1. Okay, so this is your signum function. If you draw graph, you can see x whatever you take greater than 0 I'm not taking, that's why you can see this is not your output. Why I have put make it as clear, I have not shaded this region. Okay, remember that graph we have drawn in interval, same thing we are doing. Image will be just after this, whatever x x value will take, say 0.000001, then it will be here, right? So your y value will be somewhere here, not on the y-axis. That's why this point you cannot take, this point on the y-axis. Okay, this will not be your output. So your output will be always 1 1 1 1. You can see x whatever I will take greater than 0, your y will be always 1. So graph will be something like this, always straight number, like it will go on. Arrow sign means it's never ending. So if you go till infinite x, your y will be always 1, constant function. Okay, so when you take x equal to 0, then your y also will be 0. Okay, here. Next, when you take x less than 0 means here you will take, then your y will be -1. Okay, so this point will not come here, so this will be from here. Right after this, whatever points are there it will start. Okay, so it will be whatever negative value you will take, you can see y is always -1. I have put arrow sign, means it will go on, never ending. Clear? So this is the graph of this function. So basically what you need to know is this one. Okay, so better you write down only this one for signum function, and if you want to write from the textbook, you can write there in detail it is given, but understanding from there it's little bit difficult. It's always better try to understand with arrow diagram like this. Okay, so once you understand this one, then we will start exercise. So one more definition, you can see function is there, that is greatest integer function. Now what is greatest integer function? By the name only you can understand. This is a function where integer will be there and greatest word will be there. Okay, so what is this? See here carefully, greatest integer function. So this function notation is this one. Function, this is your greatest integer function. Okay, now inside this, whatever number you have, whatever number, its output will always be integer. Okay, means in greatest, if you have this function, remember after doing some operation you will get output always integer. Its value will be output, whatever x you take. X you will take, whether, say I will give you example, x if you take 2, your output will be 2 only, because 2 is integer, right? Okay, 2, fine, no problem. So if this x is integer, no problem, your output will be same. Okay, now if it is negative also, then also it will be negative integer, no problem. Okay, this is not modulus function, remember, don't get confused between modulus and this one. In this case, if it is negative, then negative can be the output, but output will always be integer. In modulus function, remember, output can be decimal also. If in your modulus function, if your x is 1.1, output will be 1.1. okay, but in greatest integer function, if it is 1.1, then what will be the output? Try to understand from here, 1.1. So to find out answer for this one, always go to number line. Okay, this is your 0, this is your 1, this is your 2. Now 1.1 will lie somewhere here between 1 and 2, right? 1.1 will be somewhere here. Okay, now see what will be the output of this one. Output cannot be 1.1, because I told you output will always be integer. So which integer it will be? It will be the greatest integer. Now greatest integer means which integer? Now see here carefully, it will be that greatest integer which is on the left of this number. On the left you can see 1 is the greatest integer of all. 0, then -1, -2, these are integer, right? So on your left, which one is the greatest integer? On your left of this number, 1 is the greatest integer, so it will be 1, its output. For example, another I will take 5.9. What is the output of this one? First thing, This is greatest integer function, right? This symbol means greatest integer function. Okay, so output of this one will be always integer. So which integer? So draw a number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and let me draw here 4, 5, 6. So you can see 5.9 where it will lie. Here, somewhere here, right, between this. So 5.9. So output of this one will be what? Integer. Which integer? Greatest integer on the left of this. On the left of on the left of 5.9, which one is the greatest integer? Obviously 5 will be there. After 5, can you give any integer between 5.9 and 5? Obviously no. 5 is the greatest integer on the left. You can see greatest than all the integers here. 3, 2, 0, minus all this. Okay, so 5 is the greatest integer, so output of this one will be 5. Now these are not a problem. Now when it is negative number, then student get confused. So see here, negative number, how to deal. If I give you minus 2.9, then what will be the output? Then number line will help you. That's why I said to find out output of this, use number line. These things you can easily write down. What is the output of this one? If I say, you will easily say 2. What is the output of 1.1? If I say 1.9, what is the output? You will easily say 1. 3.9, what is the output? You will easily say on the left of this what it will be? 3, right? Now when it is negative, then things become little complicated. Some student used to make mistake there. Okay, what is the output of this one? Some student used to write directly here minus 2. Okay, now see in your number line, this is your 0, this is minus 2.9, this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay, now you think minus 2.9 where it will lie? Will it lie here or here? Where it will lie? So you can see, if I ignore this negative number right now, okay, all the negative number, you can see numbers on the left, it is increasing. If I ignore negative number, I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it will go on, right? 4, 5, 6 like this. Okay, then you know that in number line this is bigger than this. Okay, now see minus 2.9 where it will lie. Whether it will lie, some student they used to think minus 2.9 will lie here. Why? Because you know, right, 2 is this one, suppose this is 3, 2.9 will lie somewhere here, so they used to think minus 2.9 will lie here like this. Okay, but it's not true. Now how to find out where it will lie? Very simple. You can see on your left number value is increasing, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this it is going. So 2. If I ignore negative sign, 2.9 is what? Bigger than this, and we know that on the left number value is increasing. 2.9 will be here, minus 2.9. Okay, not here, it will be somewhere here, minus 2.9. Anyway, it will be on the in between minus 3 and minus 2, not here. Okay, try to understand. In your left, on your left, negative numbers are there, right? And your value, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it keep on increasing on your left, but you know that this is bigger than this one. Okay, this is bigger than this one. Okay, whatever numbers are there on the right, always that are bigger than the number on the left. Okay, so what I'm trying to explain here is, student used to get confused. Minus 2.9, what is the output? Whether it will be minus 2, they know that it will be integer, so they used to write minus 2 most of the time. Okay, but the answer is not minus 2. What is the answer here? You know that minus 2.9 lie here, right? So on your left, which one is the biggest integer? Minus 3 is the biggest integer, so the output of this one will be minus 3. So to get rid of the confusion, okay, in case of negative number in greatest integer function, always follow number line. Now if I give you minus 5.1, what will be the output? Don't write directly minus 5. You see in the number line, first practice, and then directly also you can write down minus 1, minus 2, you can see minus 3, value is increasing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then this will be 6. So 5.1, where it will be? On your left, 5, 5.1. Okay, so here your minus 5.1 will lie between minus 6 and so on the left. What is the biggest integer, greatest integer, it will be -6. That's why this is called greatest integer function. This function will give you output as greatest integer. Okay, that's why its output is always integer. Remember, point you can never get. Okay, whenever greatest integer function is there. Clear? So once you understand this one, there are some property of function, like sum of this function, what it will be, whether it will be function or not. Again, if f is function, g is function, then sum will be function or not, it will be function. Okay, so some property, very simple one. Sum of function is always function, subtraction of function is always function. Okay, then division of function is always function, provided g should not be 0. These things I don't want to discuss right now. This we will discuss directly in question. Okay, so try to concentrate more on this definition, greatest integer function, then signum function and modulus function, and you better note down that one in your notebook. Okay, you can see the definition from the textbook also, you can write down from there, or if you want to write from my portion, you can write that also. Okay, before I do this rough work, whatever was there in the video, you just pause there and try to write down. Okay, diagram also better draw it, it will make it more clear. You can see in the diagram I have already written x, what value I can take, everything I can take here, -1, -2, whatever I can take, right, x, so it will be from the real number. Okay, so every number, if you try to draw yourself, okay, 0, what will be the image you try to draw, 1.1, what will be the image you try to draw, and try to find out domain and range of this one. Okay, yourself, you try to find out domain and range. Obviously range will be only integer, right? Domain, what it will be, you try to find yourself this one. Okay, so these are few definition which you need to know well, then only we can understand exercise. Okay, and moreover I want to say something. In your exercise, last exercise, that exercise 2.3, very basic questions are given to you. Okay, so most of the time in exam they don't ask question from there, it will be from the miscellaneous. Okay, in miscellaneous very interesting questions are there, so we will discuss those questions also from the miscellaneous. Okay, first we will do the exercise question and then we'll go to miscellaneous questions. So in the next video I will discuss exercise questions. Okay.